Hello, listeners. This is the second session of Dominic Crossan's Bible Stories. Told by Professor Dominic Crossan, a provocative master of modern religious studies, the story of Jesus and John the Baptist shakes our stereotypes, while providing a new perspective on the essence of faith. Today, we will talk about the early life of Jesus and the change in message from his teacher, John the Baptist, which we have vaguely thought about. Professor Crossan asserts regarding Jesus' childhood that we know absolutely nothing. This is because, just as even the Roman Emperor Augustus started his official autobiography at age 19, life before adulthood received no attention. Jesus is known as the son of a carpenter. In the social hierarchy of the time, below the upper class of rulers, priests, bureaucrats, and soldiers were merchants and peasants. The artisan class, such as carpenters, held a status even lower than peasants. They were usually recruited from landless tenant farmers, suggesting that Jesus was one of the poorest and lowliest people on the edge of survival. The illiteracy rate of Jews in Jesus' time reached 95% to 97%. Therefore, Crossan assumes that Jesus was also illiterate. This leads to the interpretation that the scene in Luke 4, where he reads in the Nazareth synagogue, is not a historical fact, but a creation by the author of Luke to show that Jesus possessed knowledge and interpretive skills superior to those of the scribes. Crossan introduces John the Baptist as an apocalyptic preacher. Roman colonial rule at the time was a false peace, accompanied by extortion and massacre, inflicting extreme pain and a sense of defeat. In this situation, people either fought to the end or relied on apocalyptic prophecies, waiting for God's immediate judgment and intervention. John belonged to the latter. John the Baptist delivered a stern message, declaring that since human power cannot solve evil, God's power would set the world right in the near future. His baptism movement, unlike the Essenes of Qumran, was directed toward the general public. The fact that Jesus was baptized by John means that he was once a disciple of John. However, when John was killed, Jesus completely changed his message. While John waited only for the coming intervention of God, Jesus saw that just waiting was no longer enough. Jesus' gospel of the kingdom of God taught that instead of waiting for apocalyptic intervention, one must enter the kingdom of God right here, right now. Crossan's conclusion is clear. While John the Baptist cried out only for God's immediate intervention, because the world was so evil, Jesus chose a different strategy. By creating a new community and realizing the values of God's kingdom right here, he challenged existing lives and structures. It was a fundamental shift in direction, showing that God is waiting for us to act.